Today I'm going to discuss the most important MCQs related to bond. So let's start the video. Our first MCQ is dash is the hardest substance in the human body. Our options are animal, bone, cartilage or muscle. So the most hardest substance in human body is animal, which is present on our teeth. So the right option is A. Dash type of bone cells are responsible for breaking down all bone tissue. Osteoblasts, osteocysts, osteoclasts are chondrocytes. So the right option is osteoclast. Osteoclast is a type of bone cells which are responsible for breaking down old bone tissue. How many bones are typically in the adult human body? Our options are 206, 212, 220 or 198. So there are about 206 bones are present in adult human body. So the right option is A. Dash bone is commonly referred to as the collarbone. Our options are scapula, clavicle, or humerus or radius. So the right option is clavicle. Clavicle bone is commonly referred to as the collarbone. Dash type of joints allow for a wide range of motion in multiple directions. Ball and socket joint, hang joint, pivot joints, or suture joint. So dash type. The right option is A. Ball and socket joint type of joint which allow a range of motion in multiple directions. The right option is A. Dash vertebrae are typically found in the adult human spine. Our options are 20, 30, 33 or 40. So vertebrae are typically found in the adult human spine are dash. The right option is C, 33. There are 33 vertebrae which are found in human spine. Dash is primary function of bones in the human body. Our options are to store fat, to produce blood cell, to generate heat or to facilitate digestion. So the primary function of bones in the human body is to produce blood cell. Blood cells are formed in bones. The right option is B. Dash type of bones are responsible for breaking down and reabsorbing all bone tissue. Our options are osteoblasts, osteocytes, osteoclast. So the right option is osteoclast. Osteoclast is a type of cell which are responsible for breaking down and reabsorbing all bone tissue. Dash part of the bone is responsible for growth and length during childhood. Diaphysis, epiphysis, metaphysis, and peristeum. So the right option is metaphysis is a part of the bones which is responsible for growth and length during childhood. The right option is C. The outermost layer of bone is called dash. Medulla cavite, endosteum, periosteum, or articular cartilage. So which one is the right option? The outermost layer of our bones are called periosteum. The right option is C. Dash bone is found in the forearm and is responsible for allowing rotation of the forearm. Our options are ulna, radius, femur, or tibia. So the right option is radius. Radius bone is found in the forearm and is responsible for allowing rotation of the forearm. So the right option is radius. Dash bones in human body is the longest and strongest bone. Femur, tibia, humerus, or radius. So the right option is femur. Femur bone is the largest and strongest bone in human body. Dash is the common term for a fracture that breaks the bone into multiple fragments. Our options are green stick fracture, compound fracture, comminuted fracture, stress fracture. So the right option is comminuted fracture. The right option is C, is the common term for a fracture that breaks the bone into multiple fragments. Autoimmune disease targets the joints and can lead to bone erosion and deformity. So the right option is gout, osteoporosis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. So the right option, rheumatoid arthritis. The right option is C. It is the autoimmune disease. Bone disease result from a deficiency of vitamin D, calcium, phosphorus, leading to softening of the bones. Are dash osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, osteomalacia, or Figet's disease. So the right option is osteomalacia. Osteomalacia is a bone disease that results from a deficiency of vitamin D, calcium, and phosphorus, leading to softening of the bone. The right option is C. Dash part of bone contains red and yellow bone marrow, which form red blood cell. So epiphysis, diaphysis, peristeum, a medullary cavity. So the right option is D. Medullary cavity is the part of bone which contains red and yellow bone marrow and from which red blood cells are made. Dash protein provide flexibility and tensile strength to bones. Our options are collagen, keratin, elastin, or myosin. So dash protein provides flexibility, tensile strength to bones. So the right option is collagen. Collagen protein provides flexibility and tensile strength to bones. Dash is the primary mineral component of bones. Our options are calcium, iron, sodium, potassium. So dash is the primary mineral compound of bones. The right option is calcium. Calcium is the primary mineral compound of bones. The bone of the finger and toes are called dash. Carpals, metacarpals, phalanges, or tarsals. So the bones of the fingers and toes are called phalanges. The right option is C. The bone that make up the back of the skull and surround the brainstem is the dash. Temporal bone, parietal bone, occipital bone, zygomatic bone. So the bone that makes up the back of the skull and surround the brainstem is called occipital bone. The right option is C. The bone that forms the forehead and the upper part of the eye socket is called dash. Our options are occipital bone, sphenoid bone, frontal bone, or temporal bone. So the bone that forms the forehead and the upper part of the eye socket is called frontal bone. The right option is C. The shin bone, which is the larger of the two lower legs bone, is known as dash, radius, ulna, fibula, or tibia. So the shin bone, which is the larger of the two lower leg bone, is known as tibia. The right option is D. The bone from the lower jaw and is the only movable bone in the skull. It is very important MCQs. Maxilla, zygomatic bone, mandible, or nasal bone. So the only movable bone in the skull are mandible. The right option is C, which is present in lower jaw. The bone function help in red blood cell formation, hemoglobin synthesis, erythropoiesis, osteogenesis, or hematopoiesis. So hematopoiesis is a bone function help in red blood cell formation. This help in the formation of red blood cell. The right option is D. Dash bones play a crucial role in maintaining which of the following physiological processes: regulation of body temperature, hormones production, acid-base balance, or muscle contraction. So bones play a crucial role in maintaining acid-base balance in psychological process. The right option is C. So bones also play a role in acid-base balance. Which of the following is not a function of bones? protection of internal organ, storage of minerals like calcium and phosphorus, conduction of nerve impulses, support for the body structure. So, which of the following is not a function of bone? So, there is only one function which does not play by bones, or conduction of nerve impulses. While the bone helps in protection of internal organ, it also play a role in storage of minerals like calcium and phosphorus, and also provide a support for body structure. So here only function which is not played by bones are conduction of nerve impulses. Dash joint that allow movement in only one plane like the elbow joint, which allow movement only in one direction. Our options are ball and socket joint, hand joint, pivot joint, or gliding joint. So the right option is hang joint. Hang joint that allow movement in only one plane, only one direction, like the elbow joint. Dash is the function of osteoclast. Bone formation, blood cell production, bone resorption, and mineral storage. So the right option is bone resorption is the function of osteoclasts. Bone is commonly known as the shoulder blade and is located on the upper back dash bone. Or options are clavicle, humerus, scapula, or ulna. So the bone which is commonly known as the shoulder blade and is located on the upper back is scapula. The right option is C. Dash bone is commonly referred to as the collarbone, scapula, humerus, radius, or clavicle. Right option is clavicle. Clavicle bone is commonly referred to as the collarbone. Dash the joint that allow movement only in one plane like the elbow joints are ball and socket joints, hang joints, pivot joints, or gliding joints. So the right option is hang joints, which allow movement only in one plane, only in one direction. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.